Hello, welcome you all to the second video lecture on powder metallurgy. Previous lecture we discussed about the introduction to the powder metallurgy, what is meant by powder metallurgy, and what are the materials of the powder metallurgy process and its advantages and limitations of powder metallurgy. Now, this is a powder metallurgy process. Already we have started the discussion with the basic concept of powder metallurgy, which that can be make powder of the metal. This metal powder is then mixed with the different types of additives that can be dye lubricant or some other kind of wax or polymer based lubricant. Then process is called as the mixing or blending. We have metal powder. That metal powder is then mixed with the lubricants. Then these two things are get. Then finally we press this mixture into the dye and punch with the help of the dye. See, and this can be carried out either in a hot condition or it can be in the cold conditions. Let us see in flow chart in detail how the powder metallurgy takes place. Initially we have combination of alloys or elemental with some additives, whatever I just told, lubricants or binders are mixed or blend together. After that, a compaction here. Compaction means we use here a dye or punch methods to compact the powder metallurgy powder particles. So once its compaction takes place, sintering process starts. Sintering means heat treatment process to give the heat to the that powders to increase its binding properties. Once a sintering process is completed, it goes to optional secondary manufacturing and optional secondary finishing process. It will be finalizing products here. Similarly, we call this process as a process of compactness. So this compaction can either it be hot compaction or it can be a cold compaction. Now in hot compaction there are number of technologies or number of techniques which can be used for hot compaction process, like isostatic compaction, extrusion die compactions, spraying or pressureless sintering. Similarly in cold compaction there are number of processes which can be die compacting. Isostatic cold compaction, rolling injection, molding or sleeve casting. So basically in these first three steps we have seen that make a powder of a metal, which then mixed with certain additives, and then with the help of these additives, initially I told the powder metallurgy can be mixed with a certain additives. With the help of these additives and as well as the powder, this mixture is pressed under the applied pressure, and there are different processes which are used to press this mixture. Now after that we sinter this product. What is sintering? It means we can say that sintering is basically a heating process, heating up to a certain level of temperature which is below the melting point of the metal powder. Now the metal powder we are using, suppose we take example of titanium or tantalum, it can have certain melting point. Sintering, we will raise the temperature to a level which will be lesser than the melting point of that metal. Let the metal powder will not melt in case of powder metallurgy. So now we can see after the sintering either can come down on the finishing products, or after the sintering there are certain other processes which can be used to give the product. It's the final properties. Now we can see there are optional manufacturing steps. Either after sintering we use the product and it is desired form of, or we pass on the products of these other optional manufacturing processes. Now these optional manufacturing steps are repressing, coining, sizing or re-sintering, forging or metal infiltration, or this is not retrofinishing in this re-rolling process. These are the optional manufacturing processes. So once this process is completed, or other optional finishing operations, while discussing on manufacturing process, that finishing processes we can process are required to have very good surface finish. Now that surface finish will come, we have subject our product to these finishing operations. What are finishing operations that can be done by powder metallurgy parts of finishing operations basically are machining, heat treating, stream heating, plastic impregation, plating or tumbling, it may be oil impregation and short pinning. So now again basically going through the summary of the powder metallurgy process. This process basically makes the powder of metal, then this powder basically is mixed with the dye lubricants, or it is mixed with the different types of mixture. Mixture is then passed under the compaction process. The compaction process can either be cold compaction or it can be hot compaction. Then it is sintered. Sintered means it is heated at a elevated temperature. After that it can be used as a finished product, or it is subjected to some optional manufacturing steps. Now these optional manufacturing steps are employed so that whatever mechanical properties or the physical properties or chemical properties final products, those final product are be specification, those mechanical properties will only come if you subject this sintered product to this optional manufacturing process. Like we can take a simple example of self lubricating type of bearing. So self lubricating type of bearings are manufactured by powder metallurgy part. It is a powder metallurgy part and it is a manufactured using the process of powder metallurgy. So what is so special about this self lubricating bearings? Usually we use bearing in bearings or bearing cycles or in either rotational numbers. We apply grease with handling in normal lubricant bearings, but here is self lubricating type of bearings. There are certain pores in the powder metallurgy part which we'll see in the subsequent. These pores are filled with some kind of a oil, so oil infiltration is done. So it is one of the optional finishing steps or optional manufacturing steps. There we can see that the plastic impregation can be the more, or oil impregation can be there. See number of operations, optional finishing operations we use here before we go to the finishing product. These are some basic steps involved in the powder metallurgy process. Next we see the powder manufacturing technique. This is a conversion of molten metal to powder. This is most important here. For powder metallurgy process, we required a fine particles that we call as the powder. Initially, it is in the form of a molten state. Okay, this conversion of molten metal into the that fine particles can be done in the one process that we call as the atomization. If we see the basic principle by observing this figure that we call as the water atomization, the metal will be kept inside the tundish. It will called as the tundish, and small hole can be done here that we call as the nozzle. Through nozzle, it is enters into the metal. This we call as the metal jacket. So once the metal comes into the nozzle, here water jets are used. Water is impinges on the that metal through a pump. This we call as the chamber. Inside this chamber, this process takes place. Once the metal enters into the nozzle, through nozzle it enters to the chamber. In chamber we have the water jet system. Through a pump, water is injected to the this hot metal. After some times, what happens here? Metal is converted into a droplets here. It will lose its temperature while impedes the cold water into the that hot material. It loses its properties means it will be converted into a solid state. A small particles will be collected at the bottom of the chamber. Here we see the powder is collected. So this is a simple basic process of how that metal is converted into a powder here. Hope all of you understood this basic concept of powder metallurgy process. Thank you.